This man reigns from Akron, Ohio, the red line of the auction business, Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey.
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hales, Jeremy! Dun, dun.
I'm here. Look at that. It's real. It's not just the
And
word.
from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G. What up? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Auctions Anonymous. And I'm sure everyone will be showing up late as usual, not just Guapo. I did talk to Jeremy today. He's going to try to make it lots of crazy. And if you guys didn't see all that gold he found, and that 10 by 25, the two 10 by 25s, the gentleman bought the units back. I mean, if you haven't been watching the videos, wow. And wait till you see tomorrow's video. Get to the back of the 10 by 25s, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm in the back of the last unit. You won't believe how much money I find. How much money, stacked and packed, all that. And I appreciate everyone. Hello, welcome. And man, what a crazy day. Hope everyone had a great holiday and getting ready for the happy new year. I'm ready. I can tell you that. I got the Joker behind me. And yeah, all that craft stuff. I got vintage toys. There's just so much all over this stuff. And where do you see the grand finale? What's in the back of the unit? And that's not enough, ladies and gentlemen. I bought a unit, let's see, last week. I'm going to put that video out Saturday for you guys. Talk about a Happy New Year video. Woo. I bought this unit for $825. And you guys want to see a sneak peek? Do you guys want to see a sneak peek? Hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Conky, you didn't get a link? Hold on, link. Oh, you know what? I think I might just send it to a forward. Hold on, Conky. I might send it. Let's see. Conky, I sent you a link, buddy. I don't know why Conky's not here. I sent it to Hales by accident because I was texting back and forth with him, and I accidentally saw his name. I thought it was on the mass text, and it wasn't on the mass text, so I apologize. Guapo, you'll be late anyways. Buying any units today? I did not buy any units today. I did buy a unit yesterday, and I went and did that unit today. And then I bought this unit for $825. And in the unit, underneath a blanket, a safe. You know what is also safe? Conky.
Hey.
Speaking of safes.
I just now got, I don't know when you sent it out, but I just got it.
I sent it to just Hales, I think. So I was talking to him earlier. He said he's going to try and make it out. He's doing a bunch of stuff and a lot of craziness going on. Some stuff we won't talk about right now, but man, watch this, Conky.
It's all
you ready
crazy.
to see this? Sneak peek.
Let's see a sneak peek.
All right, so we got the safe back to the building. Didn't have the tools. I guess we could have got the tools out of the locker because there's tons of tools in there, all kind of brand new stuff, and even some cool vintage Hot Wheels. But hopefully something's inside the safe. My thing is, why would you have it covered up if there's nothing inside of it? So I'm teaching my son today how to break into a safe. Hold on. That might not sound correct, but that's what I'm doing. So this is what we got to do, break in a safe. Now, if you would think a safe like this, I gotta teach my son how to break in a safe, and then I'll give you guys a little. Let's see here. You can see 10 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah.
I've been working on this safe.
Looks like you get into it in another 4 minutes, though. No safe is safe.
Yeah, so here, son, I'll teach you how to break in a safe. Oh.
Woo! Oh, stuff inside.
Oh, and there's stuff inside, Conky.
We got to see what's inside, man.
I can tell you one thing, it wasn't empty. It wasn't empty.
Huh, what is that? Coins?
It wasn't empty, Conky.
Coins in little keepers?
It wasn't empty, Conky.
Oh, wow. Check that out.
I can tell you that.
Nice.
Wasn't empty, Conky.
Very nice.
Saturday's videos, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till you see. Bust into the safe. Teach my son. I mean, talk about useful. All the stuff we learned in school today. I mean, talk about you can make a lot of money breaking into a safe. Wait, that sounds wrong again. If you buy the safe legally and you don't have the keys.
Huh.
But so that was the fun. I took him, filmed the unit, and went to the shop and got into the safe. And the best people are like, Rob, how could you even sit there and wait to open it? And I said, I don't know. I mean, I sat there and waited 2, 3 days, 4 days to go through a storage unit I bought before.
I think we've all done that.
Some people can't do it, Conky. It drives them crazy.
The last storage unit I bought, I basically bought it, slammed the door shut, put a lock on it, and left for a few days. I think that bothered
I'm not
Lauren
corrupting them.
more
I'm
than it
teaching them.
bothered me.
I'm teaching them lessons of life, especially if you're going to be in this business. Because one thing you'll get is safes that don't unopenable. What I should do is send them to locksmith school.
There you go.
Wouldn't
He
that be a
can
good
the
idea?
locksmith everybody calls when they want to save the safe.
Yeah, think about it. See, you got me thinking. Gee, I'm going to send him to locksmith, teach him to be a locksmith. This way, he could just crack any safe for me.
There you go.
It'll be like this.
With the stethoscope on the thing, you listen to the clicks.
Yeah, old school, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, oh man,
Nice.
it's been a crazy week. I've taken off a lot most of the week. I've been working on videos and had basketball practice today.
I spent the major part of my day looking for $6.
What's that?
I was looking for $6.
What?
For
$6?
hours and hours and hours today. I was looking for $6.
You should stop by my house. I would have gave you $7.
I have to close my books out for the year, and I was $6 off.
Conky.
And I knew it happened since the last time I balanced, which was a few weeks ago. But I had to go through everything, and I found all the little mistakes I made all year, the little 20-cent mistakes and the penny mistakes and all that. So it's all perfectly balanced now. So but it took all day. Because every cost is accounted for. Not a penny can be missing. If you do everything right, it's not a big deal. But if you screw something up, you can spend a long time figuring it out.
Yeah, I think you can plus or minus $6, Conky.
I don't do it. I don't do it with anything more than a couple cents, and that's just rounding errors. If it comes out to like 3 cents or more, it's got to be figured out.
Well, you're a better man than me. That's why I have an accountant.
Because if I don't figure it out, then something will happen later, and it'll wind up thrown off the other way. So
that's a lot of time for $6.
The worst part is it usually doesn't take that long.
Was the $6 the positive or negative?
It was positive. It was actually I had $6 more than I should have, but
Well, at least that's
Turned
good.
out I entered 2022 88, and I put 2028 88, and that was the $6.
Wow.
And it was literally one of the last places I looked.
That's
And,
always how it goes.
well, no, I mean my looking was organized. There was a certain amount of things that if it wasn't there, then I wouldn't have known where to look after that. I should have started there and
So did you get what you wanted for Christmas, Conky?
well, yeah, I mean I got a nice time spent with my family. I got some good eats. We got another dog.
Nice.
What
was the eats?
Oh, Christmas time, I like to have. This is gonna sound weird because you could get this anytime, but I don't. I like to have like a assortment of lunch meats and cheeses, and some nice fresh lettuce and tomato and some good bread. And I'll make myself some sandwiches throughout this, like starting Christmas Eve, but then you don't eat it all at the same time. So
were you on the slot car track, Conky?
Huh?
Were you on the slot car track?
No, I should have put my slot cards together.
I figured you might be playing with some toys at Christmas.
I should have, but I didn't.
Yeah, my Christmas Eve. Well, first I had to go pick up we get this one special sausage from the West Side Market, so I had to pick that up for the family. And then Christmas Eve, we go to my mom's house, play pool and all that stuff, and it's great because my youngest brother, I guess I only have one younger brother, and then I got 3 older brothers and a twin sister. But anyways, my younger brother has 3 children. He has a 4-year-old boy, and then he had twins, a boy and a girl, and they're 9 months old. So I got to enjoy, 4-year-old Christmas, and then also little 9-month-old babies, And I got to see them Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because we went back to my mom's house Christmas morning. Then we go to my wife's brother's house, and you want to talk about a spread? Oh man, roast beef, ham, duck,
wow,
all kind of stuff, Conky. And then we have a couple people from other countries that got married into the family, so we have a nice array of different types of food. We had some dumplings and man, some good eats. Good eats.
Nice.
Yeah, twins are under my family. My mom's a twin. I'm a twin. My brother had twins. Two of my brothers had twins. My second oldest brother had twin boys. They're in their 30s now. And my youngest brother had a boy and a girl twin. And my brother's wife is a twin.
Okay.
She's a twin, and she has a brother that's a twin. She's a boy-girl twin. And we always laugh about it because, she was a boy-girl twin. I was a boy-girl twin. And one question people always ask you when you're a boy-girl twin, are you identical? Are you identical? And I usually say, well, no, I have something. I have an object that's...
There's a way to tell you apart.
I mean, if you're dumb enough to ask if you're identical, if you and your sister are identical, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Obviously, you didn't graduate biology, okay? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you always look like your siblings somewhat anyway, so
yeah,
I guess
can't be identical to a girl, a boy. You can't be identical to a girl. So, people used to say, hey, does your sister look like you? I say, no, she's just taller with longer hair. And they look at me because I'm 6'3". They'd be like, thinking of like 6'5" girl with long hair that looks like me. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, see, actually, it's funny you mentioned the twins are 9 months old. I actually remember my first Christmas being 9 months old. I remember what I got for my first Christmas.
She knows. What'd you get for your first Christmas?
I got a Winnie the Pooh bear
Winnie the.
for my first Christmas. I remember pulling him out of the shoebox.
Oh, nice. You can remember that, huh?
Yep.
You just remember your toys.
Well, and the thing that I remember most about it was my Pooh Bear was supposed to have the arms that stuck straight out, and they were folded to go into the shoebox. And I remember pulling them out and being relieved that the arms stuck back up, instead of being folded.
I got new slippers.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I try to tell everyone, please don't give me anything, because I have an 18,000 square foot building that has about anything. Anything I want, I find or I buy. And the things I want, you're not going to get me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the things I want, it's like, okay, buy me an old Batman comic book or old Spider-Man comic book. That'd be cool. Give me some silver coins or something. That'd be cool. But, a shirt or socks or, I don't know. I mean,
a shirt could be something that.
My brothers are pretty good. They usually give me some cool stuff. So I did get some comic books from my one brother. What did I see? I'm trying to think what my one brother gave me. He gave me something interesting. And then I got, of course, gift cards and stuff like that.
The thing you got to watch, I guess, is with gift cards. There's a scam where where people. I don't know how they do it, but they basically wind up emptying the gift card before you even buy it. So you buy it, you put money on it. They're sitting there checking the balance, and the minute you put money on it, they run the numbers on the gift card and just drain the card. So you got to be careful giving and receiving gift cards now.
It's always something, Conky,
People
trying to
find creative ways to be dishonest is really what it boils down to.
I figured Guapo was going to pop on and be like, I'm at the Browns game, and it'd be like really loud and distracting. And...
Yeah, he's either going to be at the Browns game or he's going to be at a bar eating, watching the game.
Yeah. I mean, this game's almost over anyways. It's only almost halftime. But, I mean, it's 27-7. The Browns are whooping.
Really?
Well, we got a real quarterback for the first time since Bernie Kosar.
Well, here's the thing. If there's any team that can snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory, it's the Browns. So I wouldn't get too excited.
Well, I would say that usually, but I have to say, I mean, this year, the Browns are a little bit different. One, our defense is great. And like I said, our biggest missing piece, this quarterback, man. I'm telling you, man. Conky's wife even saying it. Wacko for Flacco. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. He's poised. And, man, the guy he looks so – I've never seen – every other Browns quarterback always looks like they're trying so hard. They're like this. It's always trying so hard. He goes back there just like this. He's impressed me, and I'm hard to impress on a Browns quarterback angle. So, and obviously he used to be an opposing quarterback that won the Super Bowl to the Browns, so I never liked him. It's not like I liked him before he came to the Browns, so. But like I said, from watching all the years of watching all this horrible quarterbacks and actually seeing someone that can actually, including that Watson guy we picked up, including him. I mean, this guy, he just looks so poised. He looks like a professional quarterback, Conky.
Wow.
And he's got two.
I don't know. I don't really get into football that much. I don't get into sports that much anyway. But
I try not to because it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch Cleveland sports, because
I mean, I used to enjoy going to an Indians game and listening to Indians on the radio. Then when they folded and changed their name, it's like, I'm not even interested in that anymore.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I mean, sports is a lot of people take it too seriously, and I'm a basketball coach, and I've seen it just in 6th, 7th grade now. Coaching 7th grade, I've coached 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Parents that take it way too seriously. And I mean, when you take basketball 5th and 6th grade, 7th grade seriously, or lacrosse or soccer or football or whatever these kids are playing, I can't imagine how these parents are during a regular Browns game.
Well, they're probably not as invested because it's not their kid for one thing, and for another, the purpose of sports, excuse me, in schools is to teach a kid how to lose and how to be disappointed and how to handle that.
Then how to play it as how to be a team.
Yeah,
work with others. There's a lot of things that sports do. Yeah, and also how to win and lose.
Yeah. So I think the parents defeat that when they freak out and jump around like an orangutan on the sidelines.
Well, you lost because of the refs.
Yeah.
You lost because of this or that. And it's like, oh my gosh.
It's a good time to teach your kid life ain't fair. Deal with it, and this is how you deal with it. And I think we wind up with less disappointing, violent little brats in their teens and 20s if they learn the lessons that they should have learned when they were smaller.
That's the thing. It's got to learn about losing, and like the one kid's like, Coach, I'm going to be a professional basketball player, and I said, no, you're not. And I said, I hope you remember that. I hope you prove me wrong. Come back and say, Coach, I hope he uses that as his energy, his fire.
Come back and rub it in your face later.
Right. Coach told me I was never going to be a professional basketball player. But, I've known a few people that made it to minor leagues, and I seen these two guys, and they were stud athletes. The best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Body structure, just stud athletes, Conky.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't make it to the pros. They made it to the minors, though. And then I see all these other people like, oh, I can make it. I'm like, no. If these guys couldn't make it, I'm telling you, I know you couldn't make it. Like the one guy, he was like, every time he hit the ball in softball, it's a home run. Home run, I mean, gone. And that's just softball. But he was in the minor leagues, all this other stuff, but it's just one of those things. Like I said, I seen how he hit the ball, and then I seen other people like, oh, I could be a professional baseball player. No, you couldn't. I wish you could. Then you should have been it. But it's like me. I was great at football, but I wasn't good enough to be in the pros. I could have probably went to college and played decent in maybe Division II or something. It's just that people don't realize it's like professional sports is just another level. College football to professional, or college baseball, or college basketball, or softball, or whatever you play college-wise to professional, that jump is so drastic that people don't realize, because you're talking about the top 1% of 1%,
Yeah.
I mean, think how many college football players are in the United States of America.
Quite a few.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of colleges.
Thousands. I think there's like 700 players in the NFL or something like that. And it's like,
yeah, but I always thought that a football game would be more entertaining if only the winner got paid. Loser didn't get anything. They didn't get paid for the game or anything.
That would be way better.
I think you'd see more. I think you'd see him get a little more serious.
Yeah, Jane, that's sad.
But,
and it's the thing is that, like, I try to make it fun for the kids, and at the end of the day, I know we're not the greatest team in the world, but one thing I can do is try to instill values in them and teach them stuff, and hopefully at the end of the day, they said, hey, Coach Zaba was a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you can really ask for. Teach them something.
And I get to spend time with my son, so that's the best part.
Yep. So what is that, like Confederate currency? What is that?
After the war, it's actually U.S. currency, but state currency. Before they started the federal currency, this is like they were in between right after Civil War, between the flux period.
Oh wow!
So it was interesting fun today, though. Bust open a safe with my son. You guys are gonna have to check out the video. That'll be coming out on New Year's Eve, I think. No, Saturday. That's not New Year's Eve. That's New Year's Eve, right?
Yes.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. So, Conky,
Oh, Jeremy's in the chat.
what the Hales? I know I was talking to him earlier. He said he could jump on if he could, but we'll see. At least he's in the chat. What's going on, Jeremy? He's been finding all kind of crazy fun down in Florida. I'm trying to keep up. Oh yeah, big
Yeah,
old,
I mean,
with some treasure inside. That's always the best.
he keeps finding those good storage units in Florida, and then he doesn't forget to rub it in, and
that's why I've been trying to find some back, Conky.
yeah.
And like I said, this was another good one here. And the best part, like I said, no one even knew the safe was in the unit. If they knew the safe was in the unit, I want to know how much that unit would have went for.
So was that refresh my memory? Was that an online unit or was that a
It was live auction.
live auction? Okay.
I think there was 4 or 5 bidders there. That was it. And I still had to pay $825 for it.
Yeah, see, that's his real motivation. He wants us to go down there and buy a unit. And it's tempting the way he keeps scoring down there.
Well, Jeff said, Rob, we need to buy a unit in Florida, go visit Hales, and we'll come back up. He's all about it. He told me 3 times he wants to do it. So maybe the new year, maybe my goal will be buy a unit in Florida, see if I can con Jeremy to load it for me, and I can watch in a chair while drinking lemonade while him and Jeff load it. And then, oh, wait, no.
There you go. I think what we should do is we may try to plan to go down there like in the fall or like after, maybe even for Christmas in the Creek next year, maybe buy a unit in advance or bid on some in advance of the trip down there and integrate it in with the trip. We'll see. Of course, I don't have any, I can't haul it back. You know what I mean?
Well, that's my plan, hauling it back.
Because I don't want to, take the car down there with the trailer and have to haul a whole unit back. So I don't know what I'd do with it. But
yeah, I don't think I ever cooked for you guys either, have I, Conky?
No, and you're a chef too. So
that's strange because usually I cook for at least once or twice. But the one thing is, it's like Hales. I mean, what am I supposed to cook for Hales? Hot dog or a hamburger and ketchup?
Well, you can make a really good hot dog or a really good hamburger with some ketchup.
Right. And everyone else. They're all too good. No, not to haul back. That's true. And the garbage we can throw away for free. And Otter Creek.
I don't want to buy garbage, though.
I
want to buy a unit that, all the really, really, really good stuff could, fit in the car. You know what I mean? Like, I want to buy a unit that's just full of Redline Hot Wheels and silver and gold and what else do you find in units?
You want a unit so good, Conky, that you have to rent a U-Haul truck and you don't even care about it.
Yeah, but I mean, what would that look like? I don't want to haul a bunch of mattresses and dressers.
No, I'm saying the unit's so good. It's so good you have to rent a U-Haul and bring it all back because the only thing it is Hot Wheels and whatever.
Now, if I bought a unit like that was full of Hot Wheels and I had to rent a U-Haul, I would gladly rent a U-Haul.
Did you see all the Hot Wheels I've been getting out of those units? Woo!
Yeah.
I found some die cast. Oh, man. I looked up the one die cast. You guys will see it tomorrow's video.
What?
300.
Which one was it?
One die cast sold for.
Huh.
I got some crazy stuff in this unit, Conky. I'm telling you. It's just been like this, piling up.
Well,
see tomorrow's video. Let me see. I'll find it for you, Conky.
I'll have to watch it when it comes out.
You're gonna have to watch it. Let me see.
I'm finally gonna have to watch one of your videos.
First for everything, Conky.
Finally gonna have to watch one.
Here's a sneak peek just for you, Conky. Sold listing.
Do that again.
Sold listing.
Go screen yourself.
Sold listing, Conky.
Huh.
I just remember the one time we went out, Jeremy, someone says about, did Jeremy ever get stock and catch it? I don't know. I know one time we went out and they charged them all this money for ketchup, man. It was ridiculous. I've never been in a place they charged you for ketchup before.
Why would they do that?
It was crazy, Conky. We went out and they were like, well, it was a Mexican restaurant.
Oh,
This came out of that storage unit.
is the rest of it in there somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, Conky. All kind of great Star Wars stuff. Die-cast. All kind of Hot Wheels. I did get a red line out there, too.
You did? Which one?
This one.
What's up, guys?
What we called it, didn't we? We said he's going to be at the Browns game, and it's going to be really loud.
Hey, well, it's not that loud right now, guys. Just know that we're winning, and I had to pop in for sure.
It's halftime.
What's up with you?
We're talking about ketchup. Do they got free ketchup at the Browns game?
Free ketchup to the Browns. We got to tackle ketchup in the name of Jeremy. Oh, my God. Everyone's trying to pee right now. Jesus. You guys want to see the men's line? Look at this. Look at this. You want to see it?
Yeah, it's halftime at the Browns game. What do you expect?
Look at this. That's that line right there.
No, that's for nachos, bro.
And then there's another line right there.
Is that for nachos?
No, bro. That's to urinate.
No. I
You want to know the greatest? Look, I'm going to show you guys the greatest trick ever. Check us out.
It's not the greatest trick ever.
You're not taking the phone into the bathroom, are you?
Yeah, he already did.
Oh. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, that's not Joe P.
That's not Joe P's. That's not Joe P's. That's not Joe P's.
Oh, Guapo. Oh, man.
Only Guapo would do that.
Only Guapo. Only Guapo.
Amazing.
He's still there.
You can't let him in if he's still in the bathroom.
Yo, can I tell you that? I mean, bro, listen. I am storage legends. I'm not myths, okay? This isn't storage myths. That is how you do it. If you're at a Browns game, you go through the other door and skip the whole entire line. These guys got 30 minutes of waiting. You guys just witnessed me do that. I'm done. So, live on AA, you guys seen it live? Look.
You didn't wash your hands.
You seen that, right? Hey, okay. In front of everybody, I'll admit, I didn't wash my hands. But guys, at what cost? At what cost?
That's a good question.
Any time.
You could get sick.
That was it. I was in and out. That was it.
Die.
Look, and listen, everybody that follows Storage Legends on YouTube right now is commenting like, I understand you, Guapo. I understand you. Waited 0 time. 0. Rob, you seen me, Rob. You know you're gonna use that in the future.
Guapo. I'm 46 years old, dude. I've been using that before you went to the Browns game.
No.
Oh yeah, Guapo.
No.
You think you're the first person to go in the exit?
No, not the first, but like I know that like
you think you figured
you're
that
not
out.
doing that on the regular. I know that for sure.
Because Guapo. I don't go at halftime. I'm beyond going in the halftime because there's too many crazy drunk people at halftime.
You doing all right? Yep. Good to see you, bro. Go Browns.
In Guapo's defense, I really don't think he
Rob.
peed on his hands.
Come on, Rob. Really?
What's that?
I deserve credit when credit is due.
I will give you credit if I never did it. I thought you were a genius or something, but I've done the same
Rob,
thing.
that's genius. I don't know what you're thinking. That's genius. Real men don't wash. Yeah, Floyd. That's what I'm talking about. We're clean. Listen, real men wash before. We don't need to wash after.
Hey, Guapo, I got one thing to say to you. Guapo, I got one thing to say.
What are you thinking?
Here we go, brownies. Here we go.
Who? You want me to do
Here
a
we
big one?
go,
Let me do it.
brownies.
Let me
Here
do
we
it. Let me
go.
do it here. Here we go, brownies. Here we go. Here we go, brownies. Here we go. Ah! Come on, man. Come on. Where you coming from? What's up, man? What's up, baby? Chilling, man. All right? With the people. Say hi with us. Say hi to other people. Hello. Shout out to Lorain, Ohio.
What's up?
Lorain, Ohio. 440. I'm gonna get over. Hey, lost later. Lost later. You've been so little.
You should have took me and Conky to the game, man.
Somebody said disgusting in the chat. That's funny.
You should have
Guys,
took
we're
Conky.
just playing around, okay?
Guapo.
Guys, what? What,
You
Rob?
should have took Conky and me to the game.
I gotta beg Conky. I gotta offer Conky over $100,000 just to pull up.
We
I
would have
said
went to
it.
the Browns game, man.
I said it. No, I said it. No, I said it. You're gonna want to mute me. I'm going to my seats. Mute me. Mute me. Mute me.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud.
We ain't muting you yet. We called it, guys.
Yep, there he is at the Browns game, just like we thought. Funny.
That's funny.
And he's back.
He's there. Go Browns. So yeah, it's been a crazy week, Conky. I got so many videos. I'm trying not to buy any more storage units, but of course I was bidding on a unit this morning, and then all of a sudden it just went crazy, and I'm just like, I can't sit there. Sometimes I can't justify the amount of money, you know.
Yeah.
Just like
I hear you.
Avery's in the chat right now, but I was telling Roy earlier, you know, because like the 2 units, he's like, yeah, you got those 2 10 by 25s, you know. And I was like, yeah, but I lost the units. The guy outbid me and just happened to be the owner. And then I was the backup bidder. That's the only reason I got those 2 units. You know, I actually lost the units. And then it just happened to be the person I was bidding against happened to be the owner. But if it was just a regular person bidding, they would have paid. I wouldn't have got the 2 units, you know.
Yeah, but a regular person might not have bid that high. You know what I mean? The owner's going to bid whatever they have to win the bid, not necessarily pay for the unit. So,
and now I know why.
Yep,
I know why they were bidding. It was crazy. And like I said, the safe unit, that's a whole different unit. So that was actually at a live auction, like I said, that they were at. So that'll be coming out Saturday. And then maybe Sunday, the last video of the year. I'm not even sure what video I'll put up. And then it's 2024. So what's your plans, Conky?
In 2024?
Yeah.
Well, I want to build my building.
Okay.
And I have to start.
How many?
As soon as the ground thaws, tearing down the old one and getting ready to put that up. I'm hoping to have it done and enclosed and everything done by this time next year.
How many restoration videos?
How many restoration? Well, I want to get one a week out, but that's a challenge all unto itself.
Well, of course it is, but that's the goal.
But I'm not going to be so worried about it January and February. I want the videos to be more, I guess, consistent towards the summer and fall, just so that they're more consistent when the advertising revenue comes in from the election.
True. You got to build it up.
Yeah. So, I've got plenty to do. I've got, I showed you these things that, hey, Roy's in the audience. I don't know if he was here last week when I showed this. I got another fire truck, Roy.
Hold on.
So this is the one I picked up on eBay. And this is the one I got from Roy. So you can tell the one I got from Roy is in quite a bit better condition, but they're nice heavy pieces of toy. I'll tell you that.
Nice heavy pieces of toy.
Now, you wouldn't want to drop this on your foot. This probably weighs 15 pounds. Just hold it in my hand here. But yeah, I got just a bunch of this stuff to restore. You know. What else do I have up here?
Hot
I
cocoa
bought all the
for
parts
crap, I like that.
This one.
Hoo-yah.
This one's on the docket.
Hold on a second, Conky. Let me go full screen. I got to see it again.
See how rusty that is? So that one's coming up. I bought all the parts to restore this one. Now this one I actually bought at the same time I bought this thing. So I'm really looking forward to getting this one done.
Wow.
It's an old farm truck. I had to spend quite a bit of money on this one because I had to buy new wheels. I had to buy all these little stake things that are missing. I had to get decals. I had to buy the windshield, the headlights. So I probably spent $70 on parts for this thing. Between that, I got the paint for it already. So anyway, yeah, but that's what's up for this year on the.
That's the beginning.
Yeah. Marybeth wanted to know if I got the horses. No, I haven't found the horses yet. I have not found the Tonka horses yet. They're on eBay. I just got to buy one and figure out how to copy it.
Wishing everyone a wonderful new year. Thank you, Francis, and everyone. Yep, I'm hoping everyone has a wonderful, happy new year. I can't even believe it's already 2024. I remember when we were partying like it's 1999, Conky. You remember that?
I remember the who did that song? Wasn't that Prince or something?
Yeah. We want to party like it's 1999. And
everybody thought that the 2020 was going to, or 2000 was going to be a disaster. Because
where were you in 1999 to 2000 when the disaster was going to happen, Conky?
I think I don't think we went out and did anything that year. I think we just stayed home. I was talking to Noreen about this the other night. We don't really like big crowds and putting up with loud people. Like I would never go to like a Browns game. You know what I mean? It's just we enjoy our peaceful, quiet existence here.
Storage Legends.
So we were probably just at home on that night. What were you doing that night?
I'm trying to remember. I believe I worked at the hotel. I worked a New Year's Eve party. And I worked a lot of New Year's Eve parties, Conky.
No, I bet.
A lot of New Year's Eve parties because I worked in the hotel business from 2000 when I graduated college to 2007 or so, 2006, 7. So yeah. Bonnie, 214. I used to weigh 198. I got to change up. Well, probably eating nachos at the Browns game ain't gonna help. Tell them that, Bonnie. So yeah, 1999. Wow, times have changed a lot since then. Just think of all the stocks you could have bought in 1999, Conky.
Should have bought Google.
Just Apple.
Yeah.
In 1999 to now.
Samsung. A lot of stocks.
Of course, there's lots of stocks you probably shouldn't have bought.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some.
What's other aspect?
What are some of the stocks that have really crashed since then?
I don't know. When was Enron though?
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of like the 90s. Wasn't that the .com boom where everything went up and then then crashed? So yeah, just about any .com stock would have not been a good investment.
Yeah, there is just like everything. There's pros and cons. Just like gold and silver. I remember everyone's like, "You gotta buy silver, silver, silver." And I was telling people to buy silver is at $10 an ounce. And I even bought some off my dad, I remember. And then silver went all the way up to almost $50 an ounce or $50 an ounce. And then it hasn't been back. And then it went to like 30 some dollars for the longest time. Now it hasn't been back to $30 for a long time.
I don't remember it going to 50. When did it do that?
2009 or something, maybe 10.
Okay, so that was after the real estate crisis.
Yeah, when the real estate collapsed, Conky, the gold and silver. That's when, remember, gold and silver went up crazy, and that's when all the places like We Buy Gold and Silver came back out, because you didn't see all those places until it wasn't like it was like back in the early '80s, and then when that happened, then everyone was out there. Everyone was buying. Remember, every store would just say buy gold. Remember, for a little bit there, it was like everyone was buying gold. But man, I've been finding some gold too. And Hales, he's been finding some gold. Woo! So look, he's going to get nachos now.
Yeah, it's hard to find gold if you don't buy storage units.
And people would be like, "Why do people leave this stuff in units?" I have no clue. Lots of things can happen: divorce, death, don't have the money, move out of state, hit the lottery. I mean, I don't know.
They could forget about it. I mean, not
possible.
necessarily forget about the unit, but they could forget they put the gold in there if they just moved a bunch of stuff in there with everything else.
Yeah. Sometimes it's other people's stuff.
I mean, I don't think I could ever bring
Thursday.
myself to something.
I'm gonna need a.
Sorry.
I don't think I could ever bring myself to put something that valuable in a storage unit and walk away from it.
It shocks me that people would even put stuff in a storage unit. And then the people that put valuable stuff in there, and then food. It's like, what are you thinking? Why would you put food next to your valuable stuff? You don't think mice are going to get in there? Oh, my gosh.
No, I mean, I've rented storage units before, but I've never put anything in. Well, I guess people are in different circumstances, but, There's cheese in his hands. That's gross. That's sick.
Super Freak says death, divorce, destitute, or detention.
The 4 Ds.
The 4 Ds. And I've seen it happen so many different times. And, a lot of the units I get, the people passed away or they go into a home and things like that. And the family don't want the stuff. And people are always like, oh, I'm just, most time family don't want it. They have no place to put it. It's not their stuff. They don't care about it. And most of the stuff out there, like Conky cares about, his wife doesn't care about the stuff he cares about as much as he cares about it. You think she cares that much about his Hot Wheel Red Line collection as he does? And I'm sure she has something that she cares about more than Conky cares about. It's just the way it goes. It's just everyone's going to care about certain things more than other people. It's just like me. I care about my comic books. My wife's never going to care about my comic books as much as I like them. It's the way it is.
Yeah, so, they could just be a bunch of old magazines to somebody,
Exactly. And some people, they're just garbage. That's why you'll see people just throw out stuff. And, oh, my gosh, I was talking to my cousin. Some of the stuff he garbage picked lately. Oh. All his jewelry. He got like $1,800 in gold.
Garbage picking?
Garbage picking, Conky. There's a jewelry box out there. And he goes out the jewelry box. The top drawers are empty. In the bottom drawer, there's all his jewelry in there. There are some rings, bracelets, necklaces.
Wow. Well, a lot of times you'll find somebody will buy acquire a property, a house or some sort of building, and they're just into real estate. They don't, all the stuff in there is junk to them, and a lot of times you'll see people throwing away really, stuff that's worth more than the property because they just want to rent the house or whatever.
It just froze on this girl staring at Guapo. But yeah, that's why I got into this business. I went to places and I seen them because I started buying houses, and that's one reason that motivated me to get into the auction business. Because I would go to these houses and people during the recession, 2008, 9, and 10, people just walked away from the house. They left the whole house full of stuff. And I would go in these houses and it would be like everything's going to the trash. Sometimes the houses were marked for demolition. They'd just be full, Conky.
Mm-hmm.
And everything be gone. And I remember the one time I walk into a house, there's a He-Man. I'm trying to think of the name of the set. It's one of the rarest He-Man sets. Complete, it's worth like $1,500, Conky. It wasn't complete, but there was a bunch of pieces and stuff for it. House is going to get demoed. I'm like, there's all this nice stuff in there. That's the only thing I could save, though. I grabbed that out of the house. And I'm not supposed to be taking the stuff out of the house, Conky. But the house is just going to get demoed. The guys come in, they'll take out, what would happen, the demo crew would come in, they'd take out the furnace, the water heater, if there's still copper pipe left in the house, if they haven't, whatever the people haven't stole at the time, because this is 2009, 10.
Yeah, most of the copper was gone. But
yeah. If it wasn't stolen yet, they would take all that stuff out and then they would demo the house. But everything else in the house, they just left. They didn't care. And I would go to these houses, Conky, and then you wouldn't believe some of these houses this stuff was in there. I mean, and I wasn't into buying and selling that much stuff at the time,
I know now this has been a while ago. This is probably 20 years now. I found out there was a company that had the contract to tear down a bunch of houses in Akron. It was like over 100 houses, condemned properties. And I tried to get them to for some money, I'd have paid for it. I tried to get them to let me go through the houses before they get demoed. And the plan was, even if the house is empty, you go up into the attic and you look under the boards and, you pull out the furnace vents and stuff and look for, I was just going to go through, spend an hour or two in each house and try to find like stashed away money and stuff like that. But I never was able to put that deal together. I don't know what their problem was. I'd have given them plenty of money for it. But
well, I met the one guy, supposedly he had the thing where he had every house in Cuyahoga County. He would have to go in and run these tests, and then he would also clean out the house. But he had to run tests for carbon monoxide and radon and things like that.
Probably asbestos and things too.
Right. And then to see if things would have to be removed. But before the test could be done, everything would have to be moved out of the house. And he said that he got to a point where their houses were never done when they're supposed to. So he ended up, supposedly he had the contract doing all the houses. And he told me the one house that, because what happens is there's people that pass away and they have nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So everything goes to the state. And what happens when everything goes to the state? Well, the state goes in and they usually have someone emptied out the house, and then they'll put the house up for an auction, sell the house, and then the money goes to the state afterwards.
I think if the state were smart, they'd have somebody come in and auction off the contents as well.
You would think. But they're not in the auction business, Conky. They're not even in the real estate business. They just take possession because they have nothing else to do. I'm assuming they have to spend so much time trying to find, I don't know. They have to do an advertisement. What they got to do?
Yeah, I don't know what they do. It's ridiculous. The waste that, the things that have probably been hauled off to the dump that could have been saved and sold for a lot of money. Somebody that wanted it.
Ready, Conky?
What's that? State of Carolina. South Carolina.
Unbelievable. So my 2024 goals. Well, one is to get the shop and building more organized. I've been working on that. So definitely get the shop and building more organized. Number two, I was reading a quote the other day, and it says it takes, I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, but basically it takes a lot of character to be able to sit there with a lot of money waiting for the right opportunity. And the guy basically said, I didn't get to where I am buying mediocre deals. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this was Charlie Munger. And most people say, I don't know who Charlie Munger is, but everyone knows his business partner. You know who Charlie Munger is?
Isn't his partner Warren Buffett?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Conky. So everyone knows who Warren Buffett is. You ask 90-some% of people, they'll be like, who Warren Buffett is? Like, well, he's rich. That's what, or whatever. I don't know. They'll tell you something. They at least heard who Warren Buffett is.
Yeah.
But his business partner, the only reason you never heard his name all the time because he gave away so much money. He was never in the top billionaires. He was one of the top billionaires in the world, but he's not in the top 5 or whatever. Warren Buffett was always in the top 5 billionaires in the world. That's why you always heard about him. So, but he had a lot of good quotes. He passed away though, but I was just reading about one of his quotes is, and then he's like, one of the other ways was, we would always buy a horse that was 2-to-1 that pays 3-to-1. It was 2-to-1 odds that pays 3-to-1, but they would always buy, they'd buy companies, that was how they made most of their money. They would buy companies that had solid financial, solid running, that they knew that long-term, at the one time it might just be, it's at a low end. Of
they hit a dip.
Cycles.
Yeah, the sector took a dip, took a hit or something like that. Yeah.
Right. There's business cycles for everything. Just like, YouTube goes through cycles, stock market, it's always ups and downs. It's one thing they'll tell you is like, if you expect YouTube to go like this, a straight line up, it's not going to be like that. It goes peaks and then dips, peaks and dips. And that's why a lot of people quit and give up. And because there's certain jobs in the world that have instant gratification. There's jobs that don't have instant gratification. Okay. So, for example, like a chef, there's gratification, but not as much as like, okay, you're the person that takes the food out. You see the person, oh, this is so great. The meal, the server sees all this stuff. The chef, usually the guy in the back, the people aren't telling him how great it is. Maybe the server come back, oh, the table says how great your food is. YouTube's one of those things, instant gratification. Ooh, she'll probably take a haircut and pizza. Mm-hmm. But she's invisible, so she usually gets her pizza for free, but the haircut costs a lot. Does it make sense?
And the pizza people are wondering where the pizza's going.
Exactly. You call the delivery guy. We got to deliver 2 houses down, Conky. Send the invisible wife in. Guy goes, gets the pizza. Where's the pizza? Pizza. Oh my God. Oh, what was I talking about, Conky? I don't remember.
You were talking about Warren Buffett's partner.
But I don't remember.
And instant gratification.
Oh yeah, instant gratification. YouTube, for example, it has the instant positive, negative gratification, however you want to look at it. If the video does well, you get happy. You're like, oh yeah, da-da-da. If it does bad, then it's like a negative, and it draws you down. And people that do YouTube business or anything else, it's one of those things like you publish a video, as soon as it comes out, it's either going to, you'll get happy or not. And then if it's doing bad, then you might try to change the thumbnail. You might try to change the title. You might try to change this and do that. And, and still all those things might not happen. So there's pros and cons with the YouTube world. That's my point. And end of the day, it's difficult, and you have to understand if it's peaks and valleys. So there's times that it's not going to do what you expect it to do. And as long as you understand that, then won't get as mad.
Yeah. Oh, I don't get emotional over how my video does anyways. I do
Not
my
yet.
best with it.
You will. You start getting into this, putting all the time in these restoration videos.
Well, but I mean, you can't really do anything. You know, I suppose for some videos you can change the thumbnail, or you can, I guess any video you can redo the title, but you know, you can't really redo the video, can you? So
you can't redo the video. Only thing you can do is title and thumbnail. Like Mr. Beast, he has like, I forgot how many thumbnails for every video. You know, he has multiple thumbnails, multiple titles. Of course, he has 400 people working for him.
yeah. Well, I've seen him, you know, change his thumbnail within, you know, an hour of releasing the video, and I'm sure he has a benchmark. If it hits this number, it's doing good. If it doesn't, then we need to do this or whatever. But then I've seen him change the thumbnail back to what it was originally.
I've done the same thing. It's always tough because it's tough to, you're looking at these things, and Gail, it does sound like life. Ups and downs, right? Ups and downs. YouTube is like life.
It's like I've got this thing against, you know, when you perceive you have a problem, before you fix it, make sure you figure out what the problem is, or you'll compound it. So, you know, is changing the thumbnail going to help? Well, I don't know. I guess something as unimportant as that, you can change it and see what happens. But
Well, so you said the wrong word, though.
What?
What'd you just say? Something what about the thumbnail? You said unimportant as that.
Well, it's not.
It's actually more important than anything. It's 10 times more important than the video.
No, I'm
As
not
dumb as it
talking
sounds.
about that. I guess what I'm saying is in the context of life.
Oh, yeah.
A YouTube video isn't that important compared
No,
to
YouTube video is meaningless in life. In terms of life.
You know.
Thank you, Gail. You're 100% correct on that. In the matter of life, yeah, YouTube is meaningless.
But you know, for example, some kid goes nuts and shoots up a school, and the question everybody asks is, "What kind of gun did he use?" You know, we need to make this illegal. No, the question you really need to ask is, what makes a 17-year-old kid flip his lid and want to kill everybody around him? That's the question. You know, what kind of medications is he on? You know.
Yeah, it has, yeah. There's a lot of things that go into it that, you know, it's easy to say this is the way to fix it.
Yeah.
But there's way more into it than it's not as simple like, oh, we could just ban this and you know, all of a sudden that's going to solve all the problems. That's not going to solve the problems. Obviously, there's a mental health issue that needs to be addressed. Something's occurring, and why are people going nuts and everything else? Well, yeah, the world's a little nutty. The one guy told me a long time ago, he just goes, Rob, I think 1950 or something, there was 100 million people in the United States. Something like that. Now we have like 330 some million people. So you got over 3 times as many people in this country just in this short period of time. I mean, you got to think you're going to have 3 times as many crazy people.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't mean to really go up on this tangent, but you also have the fact that, you know, didn't they close the insane asylums years ago and just sort of let everybody out? You know.
Well, yeah, the mental health thing. What happened is they just instead of put people in jail instead.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Well, a lot of people that have mental health issues end up in prison. You know, and then the prisons, they don't want to deal with them because they got mental health issues, so they just release them, especially after this 2019 thing. So it's craziness, Conky. I was ready for your new videos. So you don't know when the first one's coming?
As soon as I get it done.
February?
That's not going to take that long.
March?
No. I'm thinking, you know, the first one, I should have the first one out here in a few weeks. I mean, I have 2 videos started. I've got a Jeep started and I've got a dump truck started. And I'm actually going to start working on a video for October after I get those 2 done, and then I'll probably jump back into the here and now and try to get just sort of keep up with my. I really want to release one a week, but
That'd be nice.
I mean that's the way to do it. If I can release one a week, it's got no choice but to grow and become the channel I want it to be.
Oh, I know. I agree with that, Gail. I was saying a lot of times people that have mental health issues, instead of getting help, they put them in prison. But yeah, they release them anywhere. I know a few people that are dealing with issues and they need help, and instead of, like I said, they put them in prison and everything else, and then just release them out of prison because they didn't want to deal with them.
Yeah. So
you have a thing coming up Saturday, Conks?
We have a live coming up Saturday. We're not doing an auction, but we are doing our regular live show. And we're going to try to do, we're going to try to start running our auctions again after the new year. Probably the first Saturday after New Year, we'll maybe start looking at that. You'll know because when you look at the title for the video, it'll say with Roxy and Eddie, the auction dogs. It'll have the word auction.
I like that.
We'll have the word auction in there.
So 8 o'clock Saturday. Then Hales has Sunday Fun Day. New Year's Eve with What the Hales.
Yep.
He had Christmas Eve.
I'm kind of surprised they did a live on Christmas Eve. But yeah, we were over at Noreen's mom's on Christmas Eve, and they released her mom has a half pitty, half I don't know what it is besides pit bull. Anyway, it's basically a lap horse. So you go over there and it wants to jump on your lap, and the thing's huge. And I let it sit on my lap for a while, and she had to go in the other room because she was just barking too much. Chocolate Lab and Pitty Mick.
I need advice. Can I freeze Asian-inspired chopped salad mix or Korean barbecue stir-fry kits? Probably not. Anything with salad, usually I don't freeze. If it's chopped salad mix, I'm not exactly sure what the mix is. If it's just like, is it in a bag or something? If it's already made. And a Korean barbecue stir-fry kit, I mean, you can freeze almost anything. It's just almost any time when you unfreeze things, it's just not that good. Not that good. Most stuff that gets frozen that you eat that's actually good, it's quick frozen. It's like they freeze it such quickness to keep the freshness in. It's like blast freezers. They put it in a blast freezer and just like, whoo. I mean, that's why, they came up with that Bird's Eye is one that came up with that, and back in whatever the turn of the century, and that's why people had fresh peas and corn, frozen fresh peas and corns because of that. They quick, and that's why you eat those fresh corn and peas. The frozen stuff, it's pretty good from Bird's Eye if you ever had it. It's as good as you can get if it's not fresh. Better than a can, that's for sure.
Yeah, I could never take corn out of a can. That was just gross.
Cream corn out of can.
Oh my God, that's sick. Be like Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation. I'll have some of the yellow.
Yeah, I used to have the cream corn. My mom used to make up the cream corn, and I put in my mashed potatoes and mix it up.
Yeah, there's see, corn for me, it has to be fresh corn on the cob, or I really can't eat it.
Yeah, any kind of lettuce, any kind of green, you freeze it. It just what happens is that, to get to the technical standard or whatever else, the structure of the cells inside like vegetables, and lettuce and most of those things. It's just that when it freezes, the water basically cuts the cell structure. And so when it unfreezes, that's why you'll like wilt and it'll be droopy. And it also usually you'll get a lot of moisture out of it. It's just one of those things it's just that they're not meant for freezing. And especially, like I said, if it's not frozen quickly. Corn and peaches and beans. Oh, yeah, you can freeze anything. But quick freeze is way better. Just like you can can anything. Basically, can or salt it, There's lots of ways to preserve food. And that's what it all goes back to, is what people use is all preserving processes. And then obviously freezing came around longer. Even though people have been eating ice cream since, 1300s or something?
I could go for some ice cream right now.
I was thinking the same thing. Where's Hales? He should buy us some ice cream.
He gives us our paycheck and ice cream.
I'll paycheck and ice cream, Conky. So
Yeah.
Guess it's about that time.
Yeah, it's after 10 o'clock. Guapo's probably still at the game, eating his nachos with his unwashed hands.
Hey, that's why he'll live forever. He'll probably outlive us, Conky.
Probably, yeah. He gets exposed to all them germs.
All right, so stop doing that phone. There you go.
Are you banging on your
My computer? I'm like, all right. Lord, once again, thank you for bringing us all together in your name and this awesome AA crew. Let any bad, horrible things of 2023 stay in 2023. All the people with special intentions, the lung cancer out there, someone just got diagnosed with, please, Lord, just go ahead and bless them, heal them, remove that from them. Anyone that's listening, anyone that's watching that has any issues, problems, or they know someone that has an issue or problem, just as you see best, Lord, help them out in that situation. And let 2024 be a great, happy, awesome year. Let everything that we want to happen and occur just be there for us, Lord. And also all of our goals, our ambitions, let us strive to reach them. In your name, amen.
Amen.
So tomorrow will be the last video, Conky, my 2 awesome 10x25s, and it won't disappoint. Unbelievable stuff. Then the safe video will be Saturday. Then I'll probably throw something out Sunday. Travis.
Hey,
And,
Willis, what you doing, Willis?
What you doing, Willis? And so a lot of crazy stuff. I got so many videos. I'm just thinking of all these units that I bought, and I've got videos. They're just all sitting on my phone, and it's just like I'm backed up.
You better get them.
They're going.
Edited and uploaded before your phone crashes.
True. So one thing I can tell you, into the new year, we have tons and tons of videos for you guys. Storage Legends. We're about to take off. The Browns are winning. If they lose now, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, that would suck.
So, but anything else you want to say, Mr. Conky?
Well, I just want to say, like I said, we'll be on our Saturday night live show Saturday, and just remember to, be kind to people, be kind to animals.
Yeah, all right. I like that, Bob Barker. I like that.
When's the next storage unit auction, Rob?
And then Guapo has his auction Tuesday. Right, Guapo?
Yes, sir.
8 o'clock Tuesday. I saw his other auction. He sold a whole box of comic books, ladies and gentlemen. He had all kind of good stuff. He had some good buy it nows. So, but 2023 is about to be behind us. 2024 ahead of us. Conky Saturday, Guapo Tuesday. What the Hales on Sundays at 8 o'clock. And my next auction is not this weekend, but next weekend. Music store. There's guitars, there's amps, tons and tons of awesome records. Following weekend, Premier Toys, Conky. Awesome toys. There's cards, There's everything from Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. There's Yu-Gi-Oh! A sealed box that's worth like $2,000 some dollars. There's the Chucky doll that I found. There's all kind of stuff. There's autograph cards. There's Michael Jordan. There's LeBron James stuff. On and on and on. You guys got to check out that auction, Premier cards and stuff. Then there's going to be another music store auction, and then brand new tools and all kind of other stuff auction. Wow, wow, wow.
Guapo says, I went and washed my hands.
After the nachos, he had to get that extra, all that cheese off after he licked it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's probably after he ate the nachos and cheese because we needed it. Yeah.
So yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Please have a safe holiday. Don't drink and drive. Go ahead and just, I mean, nowadays there's no even need to drink and drive anymore, right, Conky?
I have no need to drink, but so
right, you don't drink, but if you do drink, you get an Uber. There's like, I mean, there's a million things. There's free rides everywhere. I mean, it makes
no
sense.
excuse for driving drunk.
Yeah,
it never was, especially none now.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's so easy. I mean, you don't even have to get a taxi. You get an Uber. I mean, it's like it's cheaper than a taxi. They'll pick you up. Boom, boom, boom. So, but everyone, don't drink and drive. Be safe. Appreciate everybody out there watching. Check out the videos. If you haven't seen the 2 10x25s, catch up on all those videos. Awesome Star Wars finds. So much great stuff. Check out Storage Legends. He put out a video. Check out Conky. If you haven't seen his restoration video, there's a bunch more coming in 2024. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Conky?
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bless you all. Have a wonderful one.